Hey everybody, Ted Spec back at the Village Guitarist. Hey, recently we got a couple guitars in that are really similar from two different boutique manufacturers, so I thought I'd kind of put them head to head in a little sort of jam on separate tracks that we spliced together so we can hear the differences, see what they really come down to, and if you can hear that or not. So what we're looking at today is a Larrivee OO-40 and a Furch Vintage OOM. Some similarities between these two, first of all. They're both Sitka spruce tops. They're both Indian rosewood back and sides, mahogany necks, and ebony fretboards. Each company has their own grading systems for the wood, but in terms of overall cost, these two are going to be very similar to each other. Size-wise, they are really close. The Furch might be a little less deep, but I haven't looked at the exact specs for that yet. Both a 25.5 inch scale length. The Furch is about 25 9/16 according to their website, but if you can tell the difference in a 1/16 of an inch and the scale length, good on you, man. Ebony fretboards, ebony bridges, ebony faceplates on the headstock. Now the differences we're looking at, the obvious one is this Larrivee has some beautiful inlay work. That does make this one cost a little more than the Furch here, but from the base level, so without the inlay, they're going to be very similarly priced. This one's going to have maple binding and the bold rope appointments that Larrivee does on a lot of their work. Really meticulous work, really pretty inlays and purfling too. The biggest one I think is that you're going to have a bone nut and saddle on the Larrivee, where on the Furch you're going to have tusk, nut, and saddle. I don't know if I can hear the difference between the two anymore, but it's a notable difference. What else here? Larrivee is using their scalloped parabolic hybrid bracing system on this, and the idea behind that is it allows the soundboard to vibrate more, give you more of that tone and volume that you want out of their boutique guitar. If I turn to the Furch, you're having a more modern build in this sense. So you have a bolt-on neck here with their CNR system, their composite neck relief system, which is a high precision, extremely stable kind of mechanism that they put within the truss rod cavity to help make super small, fine adjustments to get as accurate as you can. Another thing I should note is that the neck on the Larrivee is hand fit with a dovetail joint. So that is a significant difference between that and the bolt-on system here. They both have a satin finish. They call it something a little different, but very comfortable, not sticky in any sense, and they're both super smooth. I don't notice any like pockets or dimples or anything in the finish. Vintage style tuners on both. They're both open back. Now the Furch has 15:1 gear ratio tuners, and they are kind of antiqued. It's this cool brushed nickel look, and these are by Godo. Where the Larrivee has their own JCL tuners at an 18:1 gear ratio. I tuned both of these right before I started recording, and I did not have to retune either. I was able to get very precise on both of them, despite that 3:1 gear ratio difference. Feel is a little different between the two. This one doesn't feel quite as deep as the Larrivee. Yeah, the Larrivee looks a little thicker this way, but again, very close on both. And I did not restring these to have the same strings for this. I recorded them as they came out of the box from the manufacturer. So we have D'Addarios on the Larrivee, we have Elixirs on the Furch. So that is going to create some tonal difference, is what it is. They put these strings on there for a reason when they ship them from the factory. So keep that in mind while you're listening here. Now I did both of the recordings that you're about to hear really in one solid take. I did the Larrivee first, then I did the Furch, and then I put them together to line up so you can hear those differences side by side. Recording setup is my usual. I have a UA Apollo on my desk. a Rode NT2000 mic. Can't really see it, but it's mic'd around the 12th fret here. I did not put any processing on the track, as always, because I want you to hear how these guitars sound in the room as they are. And again, let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this some other time. I think it's really interesting to see really comparable items go up against each other and see what those subtle differences are. In the end, we should probably just own all of them. One other note is obviously there's going to be differences in my performance. That's another thing we're just going to take with a grain of salt, because that is what it is. So cool. Let me know what you all think. Let me know what you prefer. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Like and subscribe. I'll see you later.